In this video, we will discuss door clearances and egress calculation parameters for the Ultimate Door collection. This collection comes with accessible code-compliant approach annotations. These annotations comply and adjust to meet US ADA 2010 and ICC A117.1 accessibility code. Each door opening, aside from the specialty doors, integrates clearance lines that are visible both in 2D and in 3D. This collection comes with two clearance families, one for swing action and one for sliding action. Each one is set up an opening host type family, and users will not need to adjust anything as they are already preset and meet the requirements of the accessibility code. To switch the approach type, select the door and adjust the clearance parameters under the graphics category. These are integer parameters, and each one is set per side. To adjust the parameters, simply set from between 0 and 3. 0 will turn off the parameter, 1 indicates a forward approach, 2 indicates a latch approach, and 3 indicates a hinge approach. If a user sets anything outside of these parameters, there is no approach that will show up. There are additional modifiers that users can use to indicate a certain approach type. Users can check this to indicate whether they need a shallow approach for the pull side. For instance, if we were to turn on the hinge approach pull side and we were to uncheck this, this will modify the approach type. Additional parameters that will adjust the approach type are using the closer and the latch provided. Those familiar with the accessibility code knows that approach types utilizing latches and closers will adjust the approach clearance requirements. By default, clearance annotations reference the US ADA 2010 code. To reference the ICC code, click the code parameter checkbox. This will then switch all the calculations to the ICC A117.1 code for referencing. Those familiar with the code will also know that there is an indicator whether or not it is a new construction or existing construction. This will affect the approach type. Users will also see a directional arrow indicating the approach type. This is visible in 2D and 3D for better project analysis. Users can individually turn off the arrows for any given assembly for review by using the checkbox here in the instance parameters. This will only turn off the approach arrows for this instance of a door. If users want to turn off the approach arrow globally for all doors in a view, users need to go into the visibility graphics override under the doors category and go to the approach arrow. Turn that off. Now all of the approach arrows are not visible for this view. We will go over this more in a separate video. The clearance lines also include verification features. An X will appear in the annotation area. Per code, doors must not exceed an 8-inch threshold deep from the face of the wall to the face of the door leaf. As you can see here, because the depth of the wall is great from the face of the wall to here is greater than 8 inches, an indicator has shown up in the annotation area. These code minimums are adjustable in the annotation family and door opening type families to meet the code threshold that is particular to your area. Clearances also adjust and verify individual leaves in door assemblies. As users can see, we have clearance lines appearing in both door leaves, as well as indicate whether each leave individually complies with code minimums. This will enhance for more powerful and better life safety analysis and also translates into egress calculations. This collection also includes egress calculation parameters for automated and informative life safety drawings. For instance, large occupancies may require occupancy egress flow diagrams showing how egress processes along the path of travel. The Ultimate Door collection will automatically calculate door egress occupancy potential in both single and double doors. In double door opening types, egress calculations will differentiate if a single leaf is not wide enough and if a mole post is even included. Users can also assign actual egress occupancy counts for each door and coordinate with our included tags. We will go over these in a later video. This feature can be further enhanced with additional view filters to identify specific assemblies. In the next video, we will go over graphics and object styles.